Good afternoon. The Millington Fire Department is pleased to present to you today a live fire education demonstration. This demonstration was initiated through a grant awarded by the Home Fire Sprinkler Coalition. The Millington Fire Department was fortunately one of 100 fire departments nationwide that was selected to produce this educational experience to show you the danger of home fire safety and how the danger of a fire and the installation of a sprinkler system can be beneficial. And before we get started today, I want to just give special mention to the hard work provided by the members of the fire department and to Lieutenant Mike Gill and to the fire recruits that have done so much work in this effort. And I want to commend that the fire chief and the assistant fire chief, their hard work and support for Kate Armitage and the city maintenance staff, which actually made this demonstration possible. This demonstration will include two similarly furnished rooms. One room is protected with fire sprinklers, the other one is not. You will experience firsthand how quickly a fire can become deadly versus the effectiveness of a home fire sprinkler system in controlling a fire. How serious is the home fire problem in America? Every 79 seconds of every day, a serious home fire will occur. And today in America, 8 people will die in home fires. What I want you to do is to notice the time clock, which we've got up here to my left, to show you how quickly a fire grows. So what we're going to do today, the event begins. We want to remind you of the possibility of a flashover. And a flashover can occur in a residential fire when everything pretty much reaches its point of ignition simultaneously and the whole room ignites into fire. The temperatures can exceed 1,300 degrees and survivability is impossible. When a fire occurs in a home, all occupants must get out immediately, and you must practice home fire escape plans. Properly installed home fire sprinklers and smoke alarms can reduce the risk of dying in a home fire by 82%. I now turn your attention to the unsprinkled room on the left-hand side. And here you'll see the occupant finishes a cigarette, crushes the cigarette into the ashtray, and empties the ashtray into the trash can. Hear the smoke alarm? The smoke alarm is activated literally in just a few seconds. This is the time of the family when a fire happens at home. You've got to get out and you've got to stay out. The fire department is being dispatched. Firefighters have to gear up, respond, and set up hose lines, hook up to the fire hydrant. As they fight the fire, they're going to use the first hose line they operate. Is going to flow 175 gallons of water a minute. The average fire loss in a home without sprinklers is going to be a little over $45,000. The average amount of water firefighters are going to use to fight this fire is going to be over 2,900 gallons.
Truck, move in. Stand by, ho.
Firefighters are now going to go attack the fire. All right, firefighters have knocked the fire down. All right, the fire's been knocked down, and now it's the job of the truck company is to go in and do the overhaul and check for hidden fire.
Get that plastic down.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember what the room looked like 2.5 minutes ago, you see how much damage has been done in just 2.5 minutes. The room itself is virtually destroyed and everything in it is ruined. What the firefighters are doing now is they're overhauling, putting out hidden spot fires. All right, we're going to do a final wet down of the fire. Firefighters are going to make sure that all the hidden fire has been taken care of. Does everybody remember the activation of the smoke detector? Okay, you heard that about 15 seconds after the fire was first ignited. But then when we approached 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, the fire literally had taken the room itself, and the room was consumed in 2 minutes. All right, let's give our firefighters a round of applause. In the next sequence, what you're going to witness is a fire in a structure of the same size. The furnishings are essentially the same, but the difference is that the room on the right-hand side is a fire sprinkler protected room. This is a residential sprinkler head, and what we're going to do is we're going to recreate the same scenario that we had the first time, but we're going to see the difference that the residential sprinkler does make. Okay, timer stand by. Our smoker finishes the smoke, puts the butt into the ashtray, and then empties the ashtray into the trash can.
Company, air on.
Smoke detector is activated. This is the time to get out and to stay out. Call 911.
Host team, stand by.
You'll notice now that the fire has come up the back side of the room, and we've got that wonderful sound of that residential sprinkler. The big difference between the sprinkler, as it is extinguishing and at least controlling this fire, is that the water flow is 8 to 13 gallons of water a minute. And you remember in the first scenario, when the firefighters enter, their fire hoses typically will flow about 175 gallons per minute. So again, you're seeing what 8 to 13 gallons a minute will do in a residential sprinkler system. Firefighters have arrived. They're coming to the structure. They're checking for the fire itself. There's been a fire, but it looks like the outcome is a whole lot different than it was on the first scenario. We're going to shut the sprinkler down. Firefighters are going to make sure that everything is good to go, that the house is safe. Firefighters are backing out. Now, the average water used in a sprinklered home where a fire does occur is about 341 gallons versus the 2,935 gallons I talked about if firefighters have to enter and extinguish the fire. Great job by Millington firefighters. We appreciate it. A couple of sprinkler facts, if I could. The people that have the questions always want to know, what is the sprinkler system going to cost? And typically in a new residence, the sprinkler cost is about $1 to $1.15 a square foot. So the average price is going to be anywhere from 1 to 1.3% of the cost of the house itself. The source is taken from Cheatham County, Tennessee, outside of Nashville, where they do have a sprinkler requirement in new homes only, and they're being installed for 1.3% of the cost of a new residence. Only the sprinkler head that is closest to the fire is the one that operates. And I know some people think that if one sprinkler activates, they all activate. That's not true. This concludes our demonstration today. If Millington Fire can be of any assistance to you regarding fire safety, please let us know.